Yo, what's up? This is your boy Postman, and you're tuned in to Post in the Diary Room. Welcome to Post in the Diary Room. And as you may know, every day is a good day to get a delivery from the Postman. And of course, if this is your very first time tuning in, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content, and most importantly, enjoy the review. Yeah, so today is another special review actually, and I thought I should just change things up a bit today. Yeah, I'm in a different setting, and next to me is a few covers, album arts, and if you're familiar with my Instagram stories, you probably know what this is. So over here is Pretty Ugly's Dust album, and then obviously here is La Cabra for the single Siwile, and then out here, I don't know if you guys can see it, the Crush's Technique. That's the cover of the single Technique by Crush. So yeah, it's just I don't know, a wall of fame basically of all the covers that I like. And yeah, speaking of covers that I like, I think the cover of this particular project that I'm about to review falls in this category as well. I think it's something that I'd have to include in this very category because I think the cover is very beautiful looking, and it brings across the idea of the Sims and J based off the fact that we actually see the fabrics as seen on the cover. And yeah, I think the work done by Children of Midas on that cover is very beautiful. But in any case, that's not what this video is about. This video is about Stalo's very own wordsmith in Zulu Mecca, who recently dropped an EP with 6-track titled Sims. It features the likes of Lord Kez, Moss Baby, and now recently Marcus Harvey. The run by Zulu Mecca has to be commended because she's been relatively active on a lot of features. She had an appearance on Pretty Ugly's album, and she also recently did a joint with Original. So without wasting any more time, let's just get into the review itself of Zulu Mecca's project. And importantly, this project that I'm about to review is said to be something that's like warming up because Stalo also has been teasing a new album by Zulu Mecca. The opener, in my opinion, is somewhat eponymous to some odd degree because the single that is the opener, being Sims, is named after the title of the project. Sims is a song where Zulu Mecca actually indulges or provides insight on her hardships, such as having to stop music for a while, as well as indulging in vices. Importantly, the standout moment for me has to be that sample that I heard on that joint, because that sample is something that I've heard before. Where I heard it from was on the single Shubile that was done by Armis. But in any case, Zulu Mecca gave the sample her own taste because she kind of engaged or interacted with the beat. There's that pocket that she channeled on the second as well as fourth verse of the song. I heard if the teeth are pearly words Rika Bourbon. Yeah, that pocket as well as that last verse, they're more or less similar because I don't know how she did that. She managed to mirror the same pocket twice in the same joint, which was something that I did not expect from her. I thought it was amazing, and that was very intricate to somewhat degree, especially contextually when you actually go deep into the context of the two verses that I'm talking about. And also, I think she does have a lot of presence on the song in itself. She exudes a lot of aura, presence, and she dominated the whole song. And I think also it's very important for me to make mention of the fact that it's pretty clear that she hasn't been feeling good enough, or she hasn't been feeling good for quite some time now, and she just decided to put it all into the music. And the kind of approach that she took with this song isn't really one-dimensional because it's very broad. In as much as this is a very deep song, it also comes across as very bright and very cool at the same time. You just need to sit down and listen in and actually hear the fact that she's actually talking about a lot of things that actually affect her, and she's giving insight on how she actually feels right now and basically her current state of mind. The notion that she hasn't been feeling good enough for quite some time now becomes evident, especially with the introduction of the song End of the World, which features Moss Baby as well as Lord Kez. I think this was a very dark song about what one would do if they lost a lover, and to be quite honest, Lord Kez comes across as very vocally dominant as always. She's also narratively on par alongside Moss Baby on this joint. Essentially, they're just giving or providing perspective on what they'd do if this was their last day on earth. And to be quite honest, I need to make it clear that this joint isn't for me for numerous reasons. I think this is a song where you actually need to be in a space where you're actually feeling like, yeah, what would you do if this was the end of the world? But I'm not in that kind of space. So basically, I don't like the song because it doesn't complement the kind of space that I'm in. It's yeah, it's really, let's pretend it's the end of the world. It's not a texture that I will just randomly resonate to. I think I need to be feeling really, really sad, or yeah, just in limbo with my life to actually bump a song like this, to be quite honest. Unlike the song Ella Then, which is a boom bap joint, the song itself plays as the state of the South African hip hop address, if that's a thing. Yeah, it just basically plays off as that, or comes across as that, because Zulu Mecca is actually addressing the poor quality. She's speaking on the poor quality of the music that's constantly being shoved down our throats. And I think that was very interesting of her to actually speak about 11 yo I'm about to drop a line where she said, you get best dressed but less press on your next offering or next release. Actually kind of reminded me of the time Stogie T went on Star Signs alongside AKA, and he said, so much Gucci but no material or music, I'm iconic. Yeah, basically addressing the current state of South African hip hop. The song Leave, in my opinion, more or less confirms that Marcus Harvey actually fits like a glove within Stay Low, because yeah, I think the song generally just complements the lo-fi textures that Stay Low is just naturally known for. Because Stay Low at this point in time, or throughout their existence, I think they've managed to like carve out their own particular sound. And yeah, I don't know how to describe that sound, but I think the closest thing to describing that sound can be lo-fi, because of the, yeah, this like the kind of textures that they have. And I think Marcus Harvey is a very powerful addition in their stable, because wow, these are the textures that he's also comfortable in. So yeah, the song Leave actually confirmed that for me. And I thought that there was a very much glaring contrast in the voices of Zulu Mecca as well as Marcus Harvey, especially on the first part of the joint. And that was quite interesting, because generally the theme of infidelity comes forth in the song in itself, and the ad-libs were ooh yeah, actually heightens that theme of infidelity to some odd degree. And I thought those ad-libs also were very good. It just also speaks on the kind of musicality that Marcus Harvey brings to the table, and he's able to just influence a song in many and various different ways. Top performance from Marcus Harvey, in my opinion. Yeah, this was a very top performance. And yeah, what a way to be welcome to Stay Low. Actually, I was quite impressed by the fact that Zulu Mecca explored different types of textures on this very project. She just didn't stick to, the raps were there, but it wasn't your ordinary goof boom bap type project. And that's because I think also the song Right Back kind of brings in that other side of Zulu Mecca that she explored in this particular joint. And I thought that song was very funky because of that snare drum as well as bounce. And the bounce actually came in handy towards bringing in that element of it being a very bright and funky joint. And to be quite honest, I actually felt like the joint in itself could do wonders on radio and the movies that we have on Netflix. So I thought that's something you could probably hear on Netflix. But that's also not far apart in as far as Zulu Mecca is concerned, because she's also an actor in her own light. And so yeah, I think this is a joint that she could also have on one of her movies. I think another aspect that I want to compliment in as far as this joint is concerned, being Right Back, is that Zulu Mecca didn't really over rap. The raps were really limited, because half the time you get confused when a lyricist comes on to these types of cuts, because your biggest fear tends to be that they will over rap, and she didn't really do that. I think Job Not Finished to me was her simply asserting her dominance in the game, exercising her lyrical prowess, making it very much clear that yeah, she's very much miles ahead of her counterparts in the rap music scene or SA hip hop scene. She also made it clear that she enjoys giving out lessons to her listeners or for her listeners, because that to her means the listeners have value. And to be quite honest, in as far as South African hip hop is concerned, not everyone is doing that right now. Project to me sounds very introspective, in depth, and the events that were spoken about in the joint feel very much original to her. And I can't say it's something that I've heard from someone else, or it's not something that I could say she's lying about. And yeah, interesting use of language by Zulu Mecca. Also pretty clear that she put it all into the music. And I think some of the joints that were made were her actually going through these motions in real time, and she just used the music as a form of therapy to help the next person. The project, for me, in my opinion, the project is very dark, and she consistently maintained that throughout the project, that dark feel throughout the project. And there are many cuts where she explored, tried different things, and I think it worked out. And really, for her listeners, is also something that I think the listeners will definitely get, because they will learn a lot more about Zulu Mecca and her current state of mind. And to be quite honest, for this type of project, I'm feeling 6 out of 10. Sims by Zulu Mecca gets a 6 out of 10. Post on a diary, please kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do whatever is necessary to engage with the content, and most importantly, I will see you on the next one.